Thursday Bible study. Congratulations. You made it. Hey, I just wanted to do a different intro, and I think that's kind of appropriate too. All right, so Matthew 26. Excuse me. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman have done be told for a memorial of her. So we know that the gospel is preached throughout the whole world right at the end of God's wrath, right before basically you get to the last levels of judgment. And so it's right at the end of God's wrath. An angel flies throughout the earth and preaches the everlasting gospel. I believe that's Revelation 14:6. Revelation 14:6, King James Version, Bible Gateway. I'm just a numbers freak, so I can remember Bible verses probably better than most, just because my mind locks in on numbers. I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth. This is one angel speaking it to the entire earth. You don't live on a spinning ball. The Bible is extremely clear about that. I don't go to my job and say that to anybody, but when I do my Bible studies, I'll yell it as loud as I can. You're surrounded by Antarctica. That's why nobody's allowed to go to Antarctica. You can't just boat over to Antarctica and dock and go explore or check into a hotel or nothing. They have a very controlled way you can go and pet some seals and take some pictures, and they send you back. Every single country, which this entire earth is Mystery Babylon, they're all on the same squad. The leaders are just playing the old divide and conquer game. It's just like Hillary and Trump, Obama, they're all on the same squad, yet they will act like they're at war with each other. And that's what that's what all your wars have been. The elites at the top, nothing happens to them. They don't even have to wear a Band-Aid. So then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priest and said unto them, what will ye give me that I will deliver? I bet it's 30 pieces of silver. What do you think? I will deliver unto him you. And they can covenanted. That's the King's English. Past tense of covenant, past tense of. So in other words, they formed a bond. They made a deal. They made an agreement. They conferred to make an agreement, something. I don't guess that they will pronounce covenanted for us.
Covenant.
Yeah, but what about covenanted? Anyway, covenanted. No, I think it's covenanted. I think you have to say it differently, twist the whole word around, basically. They covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. So they came to an agreement. And from that time, he sought the opportunity to betray him. Now, the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, go into the city to such a man and say unto him, the master saith, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. And the disciples did as Jesus appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Now, when even was come, when the evening came, he sat down with the 12. So it's at nighttime. And they did eat. They had a meal together. And he said, verily, I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. And they were exceedingly sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. Let's move on to Revelation 18 in the mystery Babylon chapter. Therefore, her plagues shall come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord who judgeth her. Now, right now, we're sort of talking about the great city, that land where Jesus roamed. We went over that yesterday and proved it. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. And this is just part of God cleansing that city, which was originally for his chosen people. And then it ends up being where it was the chosen land to bring Jesus through, but then it was to bring the anti-Jesus through. So the Lord, of course, had put it in their hearts to destroy the city, burn up the city. And the whole Babylonian system is feminine for many reasons, because it is a religion, a church, a spirit, just like the bride of Christ is a female in gender. Their religious world that runs this earth is referred to in the feminine gender, and so for that reason, Satan appears to them as a shape-shifting trans. Exactly. That's why the Baphomet is male and female, and that's why all of their deities are goddesses, basically, or the main ones, or the most celebrated on this earth. Like in Acts, it was Diana. It's, over in Rome, Mary, over in Rome, Mary, pray to her. So this is not that hard to figure out. Columbia, the goddess of America. So Columbia Pictures, the female holder of the light. Lucifer, the light bearer. Lucifer is the female trans G version of the male fallen angel Satan. Standing afar off in fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. And remember, we just go to Revelation 11:8, and it's referred to as that great city again there also, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, it says. And then it says, and where our Lord was crucified. So, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore, the merchandise of gold and silver, precious stones, and of the pearls, fine linen, purple, silk, scarlet, and all fine in wood, and manner of vessels of ivory, and manner of vessels of most precious wood, and of brass, and of iron, and of marble, and cinnamon, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, fine flour, and wheat, and beast, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and the souls of men. And the fruits that thou soul lusted after departed from thee, and the things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Love you very much. Please ask questions anytime. Don't hesitate. That's what I'm here for.